About, yeah.
Vous pouvez répondre en français comme vous le souhaitez. Alors, donc, to tell you the truth, we worked a lot together before. We prepped a lot because it's spent a lot of time for Giacomo to shoot the film. So we met a few times, and in fact, in the film, there are few parts. And it was, I would say, easy to try to define the different parts. It's been, of course, when we are in Poland, we have to take care and be more naturalistic. And when the main character arrives in Paris, we have to shift with another, with something else. And after, of course, when it starts to be more with the music or the light in the church, we had a strong concept with the color, and we defined and we spoke together. And in fact, there are few moments in the film, and everything was very clear with Giacomo how we wanted to get this moment, and it was very precise. The color, the frame, the atmosphere. Of course, when they go to Niger, it's a little different, but it was very, very clear from the beginning what we wanted to reach. So after, it's happened in front of you. It's been, we create everything, but in fact, of course, we had a lot of difference because the scenes are so different that we didn't want to do the same. And I will say that the most complicated, it was to try to create in a church, a nightclub, with some color. Then we spoke which sort of color. It was orange or purple or red and green, but in the same time, never to be too much. And I will say that it was the most difficult things, not to be too much.
For example, for the discotheque, the idea was that you remember the thermic camera. The idea was to take the colors of the thermic camera and to bring it to the disco. So because the movie has this kind of porosity where like the colors but also the elements circulate in the film. The structure is like a spiral, so there is this combination. The art of the film is the dancing and the thermical camera. This art is actually emanating in the whole film. And as I was saying, and then the challenge was through all this diversity of location, of faces, of decor, like a location, how to give an unity at the end, and also a unity of style that go through all this. But this is something that we discussed, but for sure I think if you have a precise shot list and the work that you do on amount of reflection, then it comes. We don't like just to shoot only looking at the moment what's going on. There is a reflection of where we're going to put the camera that comes earlier. Then for sure we adapt always, because you don't have to be too psychoregic, rigid.
You have to change all the time, but we have to say that we prep a lot. We did a very strong and long short list, and of course we had to change to make it really much simpler and everything, but in fact we knew what we wanted to get, and I think it's the most important things. And we can speak about collaboration, because of course you want to do everything, this and this and this and this. In fact, you cannot, because of the time, because of everything. But in fact, we knew exactly what we wanted to aim, and it's very important. It's been, of course, we spoke a lot about the light, a lot, but not only the light, the frame. Why sometimes we are like this? Why sometimes we are like that? It's been, we prep a lot.
Yeah, and with the land, what I like is really there are no borders. Like we discuss of everything. We discuss a lot about image because it's something I'm really involved. But we discuss a lot with Italians about actors, about casting, about like it's like fully collaboration. And for me, it's a pleasure to work in this way with some people of my team in a way that we are really bringing not only your talent, but it's also a kind of way of generous attitude to the film, because the film is what it comes first. And then it's the ways how we can serve the best film, and for sure, after a lot of discussion, what is this film about and how it's gonna catch somehow the spectator through a journey.
Yeah.